Hi there, welcome to this WeWe Global presentation. First admission, not the sexiest name in the world, but WeWe stands for World Enhanced Wealth Ecosystem. Born in Italy, and WeWe is a DAO, which I'll explain to you. If you've never heard of a DAO, you might think of along the lines of Bitcoin, which is a decentralized organization of its own, with its own flaws, of course. This is a much more finely honed DAO. A DAO allows its members to vote on the progress of and direction of the community. Bitcoin is essentially like that, but there are people who have built inordinate amounts of Bitcoin very cheaply, who have undue control, if you like, if they choose to dump or to purchase heavily, which is why we see a lot of Bitcoin volatility. This presentation will concentrate on the opportunity to build and amass a store of Bitcoin, depending on your appetite for passivity or activity. And we'll get into it with, first of all, our legal disclaimer, which basically says this is not an investment. It's a platform of products and services provided through direct partnerships. As we will endeavor to explain, all of these partnerships are legal, they're licensed, they're regulated, most importantly, and they're audited by some of the top auditors in the world. We have an internal token called WeWe, the WeWe virtual token, and its value is determined by the number of users and customers in the system. And once again, it's not an investment, not a question of profit or percentage of revenue. There's no purchase obligations here, no promises of returns, but the steady rewarding of tokens that you'll get on a daily basis as a participant here in one of the main products we'll show you is also allowed to be changed to Bitcoin on a daily basis. Some people come and are passive and begin to rebuy within the system. A lot of them have their eye on about 2 years' time when the Bitcoin halving will take place. That means the supply will once again drop by 50%, the available supply, and the difficulty will double. This is meant to signal the start of a major bull run in mid-2024. So we have some people joining on a passive nature, many more people joining on an active nature, and the activity is optional. There's no compunction on anybody to build a team here. But if you do, we'll be able to accelerate the rewards for you, which is what appealed to myself and Tony. We are verifiably at the very start, or the dawn of potential of the crypto market, with only about 250 million people owning cryptocurrencies globally and interacting on blockchain, which is the technology behind crypto, on a daily basis. But mass adoption is expected by 2030. And in that mass adoption, we'll move from 250 million people to having the availability of over 8 million or 8 billion people who will use cryptocurrencies on a daily basis. As such, the early adopters stand to benefit most from the next phase. And that is really the ambition of WeWe Global and its partners to build out an ecosystem mirroring that which we use in the legacy financial world, if you like, and giving all the availability of travel and purchasing and all that kind of stuff that we enjoy using our plastic cards today with the fiat currency, which they provide services for. But the biggest crypto bull run, as I mentioned, is coming as institutional investors prepare to enter the market. WeWe Global are now happily involved with a project called Zenit, which I will explain to you. And I can only explain briefly many of the facets here. You probably will have more questions at the end than you had at the start, but we will endeavor to answer all of those questions. There are no such thing as hard questions. If we can't answer, no questions are off the table. We will find the information for you. Once again, the next Bitcoin halving is in 2024. And here we believe is an opportunity to amass your share of Bitcoin with the minting program that we'll concentrate on in this presentation. So WeWe Global is a community, and it's serviced by a DAO, a multi-services platform powered by a decentralized autonomous organization. The DAO is in operation already since November 2019, so approaching 3 years. And as I mentioned, the DAO system enables us all to vote on project developments and new feature integrations and to shape the success of the WeWe Global project. But as a DAO, it doesn't have a head office. It doesn't have a CEO, a board of directors, a sales force. We're all community members who can do with the system what we will on the basis of being passive or being active. These partners and services are accessed from external projects and companies. One of the main ones we'll concentrate on here is LioPay. This is one of our service partners supplying the DAO's independent community. And the corporate team you can check out on liopay.com from our Portuguese or Brazilian Portuguese speaking Luis Goes the recipient of the Presidential Medal for Financial Services in Brazil. Mako Campo is our Chief Marketing Officer. An absolute powerhouse in the area of compliance is Solandia Yurdi. And KFC, or KYC, far away from KFC, will have to be conducted on each account before you can access and control and interact with your internal wallets in the system. Our head of legal is the most notable on this page. She's Barbara Broka. She is a former Minister for Justice in Latvia and one of the 35 senior lawyers in the crypto space that are framing the regulation that will shape the crypto area and the genre over the next few years. So we have somebody on the inside, if you like, somebody of tremendous crypto knowledge and a major legal brain who keeps everything and every service offer in every jurisdiction legal, licensed, and regulated. Our main advisor, our expert advisor, has positioned himself as Business Accelerator Manager. His name is Alessio Venazza. He's an Italian by birth, and he is the co-founder of LioPay. But the intricacies of regulation means that even though he could, if he wished, be CEO, he would then not be legally able to advise the DAO. But as a business accelerator manager for LioPay, he is very supportive of everything we do and addresses the community on a very regular basis. There are other members of the team. All of their LinkedIn professional profiles are available if you tap on the company and meet the team in the liopay.com website. And there are many, many more. The LioPay organization now has approaching 200 full-time staff, 80 freelance consultants in the digital and marketing space, and other contributors as well in the legal and compliance framework. Their main office in LioPay is based in Dubai. In one building, they have two offices and two separate offices in two distinctly separate parts of the city. The office has an open door policy, not an open door policy, but you can go and meet the team there by arrangement, depending on their availability. The LioPay ecosystem is ever growing. We had recently a meetup with all of the senior managers within LioPay, giving us details on the upcoming Lio Merchant, LioPay Pro, which is a tier 1 Visa card program where you can purchase a card which can give you anything from $1,500 a day spendability to $150,000 a day spendability on the solid gold card. Lio Bank is coming. Lio Trade is already here. Lio Wallet is available on the App Store for both Google and for Apple. And we heard recently of the major advances being made in Lio Travel, which is, as we stand, the first travel portal to accept exclusively cryptocurrency for its services. The exchange listings are many, including coinmarketcap.com, Bitmart, and LBank, and many more. They're adding about an exchange, possibly 2 exchanges each and every month as we progress through the roadmap for the ecosystem. And one of the big awards was given to LioPay as the winner in Dubai of the Best Crypto Solution 2022. Once again, you can check all this out on liopay.com. So they won the global award as the best crypto solution. This attracted the attention of the Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Ahmed Al Maktoum, who recently attended the LioPay Summit in Dubai and voiced his support for the Zenith token, in which he is a strong investor and participant. But we're here really to concentrate on how we can, as individuals, benefit from the program. And there are many attached facets that you can, once you get your feet under the table and get a little bit of confidence and proof of the system, get involved in. But with the cloud minting program, you can rent hardware. This will automatically generate for you Lio tokens for 900 days. There's an offer on the table at the moment until the last day of September where it's 1,050 days, but the standard offer is 900 days. And under regulation, this is quite different from anything else that you may have ever seen. One of the major facets of our investigation and due diligence into this opportunity was we had to have clarity of revenue source. We had to have access to corporate. We had to have many more things that we took for granted and didn't seem to be there in perhaps other opportunities. So here you'll have a contract with your hardware ID number. This is the serial number of the machine itself. You'll get the hardware IP location. You can put that into, for instance, an open source Google IP locator and find the exact latitude and longitude to the inch or foot of where the hardware is doing its activity for you. You can also log in and monitor the hardware activity as it mints cryptocurrency for you in the form of LIO credit tokens. Now, these tokens, as I previously mentioned, can be exchanged, and this also builds trust each and every day, 24/7, 365, for Bitcoin, and can be exchanged at no cost. So there is no gas fee or surcharge in changing your generated LIO credit tokens into Bitcoin. So the cloud minting program is essentially where you buy a program. It's not an investment. You buy a program to rent hardware to mint these tokens in partnership with one of the companies under the LioPay umbrella. It's called LioFi, and this is the technology partner that provides the rented equipment. The rental contract lasts a standard 900 days, during which you'll receive daily token rewards. So about 10% per month, distributed at about 0.33% daily. Some of the benefits, I've already said, LIO is instantly convertible to Bitcoin for free. You can withdraw daily, 24/7, 365. There are no limits and there are no restrictions, big or small. The only charge levied for withdrawing your Bitcoin, be it 0.1 of a Bitcoin or 10 Bitcoin, is 0.0002 BTC, which is the cheapest that's out there at the moment. I moved some Bitcoin today and it cost me 0.0005. So it is very, very reasonable at 0.0002. The offer that's on the table until the last day of September is to 3.5x your participation. So it goes from 900 days with that extra 0.5x to 1,050 days. The white box on the left means that we're precluded from starting at 100 or 300. This is for poorer or disadvantaged countries where the 100 or 300 would be a substantial percentage of a monthly income. But in Europe and in Ireland, UK, certainly it's a €500 minimum start, right up to 100,000, which will rent you 20 whole units. So that means one unit on the right-hand side, the top box on the right-hand side, is €5,000. And this will give you one entire rented unit, which will be there for 900 days for you. Or if you wish to avail of the acceleration program, then it's going to be much, much quicker. But you can buy 1/10 of a unit. You can buy 2/10 of a unit, a half a unit, or many, many units, depending on your pocket, your budget, and your ambition. But let's look at the offer that's on the table right now. It's 1,050 days minting promotion, where 500 at 3.5x will give you 1,750 back. That's 167 per day for 1,050 days, or around 50 per month for 35 months. So as we said, approximately 0.33% per day or 10% per month, until you receive 3.5 times the value of your minting program. You can withdraw daily in LIO credit and convert to Bitcoin as you wish. So 1,000 will therefore give you 3,500. That will revert to 3x or 3,000 on the 1st of October. 2.5 giving you back 8,750. 5,000 giving you back 17.5. 10,000 giving you back 35,000, and 25,000 giving you back 87.5, once again withdrawing daily in Bitcoin. This is the leverage system that puts us very firmly on the right-hand side of the Robert T. Kiyosaki quadrant. The poor exchange their time for a wage, while the rich leverage contacts, money, and time. And you can be a passive participant here, as I mentioned, or an active participant. But we are on the passive side, working hard to generate an income and have our money working for us, rather than exchanging our time for a standard wage. So that is really the passive offer that's on the table. The active offer is optional and a little more complicated, but you can start as a client and go all the way to Crown Ambassador. Only 4 people in the world have ever reached the summit of this plan. It was 3. We had a 4th announced today. All 4 are from where the opportunity was born, and that is in Italy. And the basic premise here is that you'll receive your rewards faster by helping to build the WeWe Global community. And we've experienced that ourselves as we build our team. So the success system is there for you. We have plug and play demonstrations such as this Zoom call happening 5 times a week. There are trainings at weekends and back office trainings. And if you wish to share, and only if you wish, you can join the referral program by buying a cloud minting program, even a €500 start, and then sharing the products and the offer with your contacts on Zoom such as this to collect rewards for helping expand the WeWe community. These daily learning Zooms with upline team leaders and meetings and trainings are available to all. And let's look in singularity at what is, if you put it all together, a very complicated offer. But if we can put a tick next to each of these offers and say, okay, positive, and if we can continue to have positive screens coming up, then in the fullness of time, you can you determine yourself the exact offer that's on the table with each and every one of these screens coming up. Every time you sell a program to one of your direct referrals, you'll earn 5% instantly in same-day commissions. You can instantly transfer it to Bitcoin for free. You can instantly withdraw it if you wish. Withdraw anytime you like in Bitcoin, or indeed you can send your LIO credit if you wish to hodl or hold LIO credits rather than Bitcoin. So now we have a coded infinity bonus. That means there are certain criteria to get you on the infinity plan. It starts at Director 1-star, when you'll only need a minimum personal purchase of 300 volume points, which is 90% of the purchase price. In all of these plans, it's a 0.9. So you'll need 300 volume points. So 500 will easily get you over that line on a minimum personal purchase. You'll only need 3 users who've purchased a cloud minting program. That could be as low as 500, even 100 or 300 if they're coming from the poorer areas of the world. As a Director 1-star, you'll need a first level minimum purchase of your combined 3 members of only 700 volume points, and you'll have to have 5,000 volume points in your team, subject to the 50% rule, which is if you have a superstar team, you can only count 50% of your rank from that one leg, and all of the other legs need to make up that particular volume. So the first goal is Director 1-star giving you the 5% infinity bonus. And that means that you'll have to refer the opportunity to somebody, and the screen display here shows you that you now have 1,000 and 500 and 5,000. So 5,000 being your strong leg, only 2,500 can be counted towards your rank, but the other 1,500 will make that up. So it's a 50% rule, only 2,500 taken from the strong leg towards your 5,000 rank. And you've now qualified as a Director 1-star. Of course, the lower 1,000 is there as your team is building, and to get you over the volume point requirements to get you across the line at 5,000. And then the team will continue to grow if you wish to work with them or just help them to get people onto Zoom calls such as this. This is a very scary numbers page, but it's really, really very simple. The Director 1-star gets 5% of an override to infinity on all of their team volume. But the Crown Ambassador, as you'll see, gets 36%. So this is an infinity coded out or breakaway bonus based on your network turnover of the last month. And this is simply a ready reckoner. For instance, if you are an Ambassador 6-star and entitled to 23% override, then everyone else needs to get their just reward. So if you have a Director 3-star in your team, they'll get their rewards at what they've earned at 13%. And this load of numbers is just to show you, if you bring your finger down and across to your own column, 23 minus 13 is verifiably 10%. So you'll have a 10% override on that Director 3-star's business. But of course, as an Ambassador 6-star, you're going to get 23% of anything you bring directly, plus the 5% infinity bonus, so 28%. And that is very, very generous indeed. So another positive on the infinity bonus, the monthly breakaway bonus based on your network turnover of the last month. And this is paid out around the 4th or the 5th of every month. And your commissionable rank will update about a day after you hit the required turnover in volume. So you learn the difference between the ranks. Your commissionable rank will update 90%. Once again, CV is commissionable volume. And that then is broken down to 70% paid to you directly and withdrawable on the 4th day of every month. 30% is held over in a smart contract, which drip feeds, and we use mostly as a savings plan. And we'll empty the smart contract for every lodgement every 600 days. So as you begin to earn more and more, the 30%, the percentage coming out on a daily basis gets more, and you can withdraw this as you wish, and you can convert to Bitcoin or withdraw to LBank or to the new banking service for which the company has just been licensed and will be launched very soon. So as a Director 1-star, once again, you're going to get that direct bonus of 5%. The infinity bonus, of course, 5%. That's a total of 10%. And all we really need to do is focus on the next rank. For instance, Ambassador 6-star, which is where you'll get invited to the company retreats, which happen twice a year, needs a minimum personal purchase of 5,000. You'll need 11 users, so you will be building it a lot more than the 3 you needed for Director 1-star. You'll need a minimum first level purchase, so the people you refer directly will need to have at least 4,000 volume points, and 8,000 volume points. And as a 6-star, you'll have to do 500,000 in volume points, subject to the 50% rule. But as your team grows, this inevitably happens. Sometimes people joining and making their rental contract purchases without you even knowing them as the team grows. So as a director 6-star, you'll get that direct bonus, as everybody does, of 5%, and the infinity bonus of 23%. That's a total of 28%. Now, this is unheard of in physical product moving businesses, but this is all propagated online. It's a digital offer, and it's an award-winning digital offer as well. So don't get too hung up on the percentages, but as a 6-star, you'll get the 28% of everyone on level 1. And of course, they're getting the 5% if they bring in people directly. But until they rank, you're going to get 23% of their volume to infinity as well. So it's very, very lucrative and can be very rewarding. Now, in a real element of generosity, which is another huge positive, the organization will allow you, if somebody matches your rank, that director 4-star is entitled to 17%. You're a director 4-star, so they get all of the bonus. So there's 0 in the Infinity plan for you. But very generously, the organization will give you 20% of the Infinity monthly payment from the first person who matches you in qualification. And in an even more generous offer, even if they pass you out by 1 rank, if they're in your team and they become director 5-star and you're only still director 4-star, you still have time and another month or 2 maybe until they rank up again at 2 levels above you. You don't get the matching bonus, but this gives you lots of time to catch up with them and stay, because you did have a responsibility in bringing them directly or indirectly into your team, and the organization recognizes that. So if they overtake you by more than 1 level, the bonus will no longer be paid. But if they match your level or go 1 above, it's very generously paid to you. Then there's a global pool bonus where active and qualified ambassadors at level 9 or over share 1% of the worldwide turnover. There could only be maybe 50 or 100 people at this rank and above. So it's a very rewarding thing to happen once a month. And the 3 people who were qualified Crown ambassadors were taking 1/3 of the 1% of worldwide turnover, once again paid out in Bitcoin on the 15th of each month. They're now splitting it 4 ways, and we hope to make that a lot more crowded space as the year goes on. There are other awards based on your network turnover every 3 months. You can earn 1 or 2 every 3 months. The iPhone is first. You'll need your minimum first level purchase, of course, of 1,000, and your total team turnover only needs to be 90,000. And then you can take the award of the iPhone, take it physically at the company's next event, or take the cash value, which a lot of people tend to do. The MacBook at 2,500 needs a frontline purchase or minimum first level purchase of 1,000, but you'll need 400,000 in your team volume. And people have been doing this in month 2, getting travel in month 3, and so on, just by applying a little bit of consistency. So there's more rewards and more positivity as you get comfortable and you prove the system, and you really get feeling safe inside with all of the offers and all of the transparency and fluidity of the withdrawals, which are available to you each and every day, 24/7, 365. The bonus car program is paid out on the 15th of every month. You'll need to be Ambassador 6 and above to get this. It's a discretionary payment. You don't have to vouch for car expenses or tires or fuel or any of that. You can spend it on a canoe or you can spend it on a rocket. But if you maintain 4 consecutive months as active and qualified, beginning at €500 extra a month paid in Bitcoin on the 15th of each month to Ambassador 10 and higher, which is at €1,500 per month. So a nice little extra as the organization recognizes that you're building the community and therefore building the ecosystem for LioPay and the other partners. And this retreat happens twice a year. They've given us an extra 2 months to qualify for what was to be the November retreat in Mexico, in Cancun. It's an all-inclusive affair. It's going to happen now in January instead, but Ambassador 6 stars and above can attend this WeWe retreat. It's business members only. It's not for partners. A lot of motivation and training as well as fun and relaxation takes place here. And the Ambassador 8 stars and above will live that luxury VIP experience on those extra days. On our launchpad, there is an intention to launch tokens that have relevance in the marketplace. And I mentioned Zenith at an ICO that was launched in Dubai on the 1st of August this year. Zenith will be backed by an independently audited arbitrage bot, which returns about 20 to 30% per month. Now, I can't mention the name of the auditor. I know it, but I signed an NDA. It's one of the largest blockchain auditors, if not the largest and most respected in the world. So the Zen goal is a realistic 100x in the next 24 months. But let me just say, from my own personal opinion, having seen the tokenomics here, and having seen what's backing this, and having watched the arbitrage bot working within one exchange, not between exchange to exchange. They have technology that can handle 40 billion computations per second. This arbitrage bot is going to be the foundation which will bring in, along, of course, with the respect given by the auditing, and it's per second auditing of the blockchain, will be, I believe, the first ICO to attract institutional investment because it's all audited, it's all regulated, and it's new to the world. You can check out the tokenomics. I'm not claiming to be an expert in any way on tokenomics, but I got the broad picture, and you'll see that on zenith.world /what-is-zen, you can check out the tokenomics. And a hugely impressive offer was given to us in the last minutes of the LioPay Summit in Dubai. From that day that the summit ended, from the 1st of August this year to the 31st of January 2023, you'll receive €100,000 worth of Zen tokens if you do €1 million in team sales. Now, of course, the 50% rule applies. If you've got a superstar member in your team, just work with the other teams to try and keep up with them. The 50% rule applies here. If, and not many people will, I guess, but I know one or two have this ambition to do $1 billion in sales in the 6 months between the 1st of August 2022 to the 31st of January 2023, that will give them €1 million in Zen tokens. And if they 100x, it's completely life-changing. There are $4 billion of liquidity available here. They expect the first billion in sales to be conducted in the first 6 months. So a very, very exciting project. Once again, just the brushstrokes here. Once you get in, you can get more comfortable with the offer here. But 100,000 worth of Zen tokens with $1 million in team sales, 500,000 worth of Zen tokens if you achieve 5 million in team sales. And I said $1 billion, that was wrong. It's $1 million worth of Zen tokens if you do €10 million in team sales on the 50% rule. Every 1 billion in sales is what I meant to say, should 100x the opportunity. And there's 4 billion of liquidity available on the table. As I mentioned, the project is backed by Protocol 33, which is a company established in Dubai by the private office of the Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Ahmed Al Maktoum, and who attended the event, as I mentioned as well. Once again, back to Robert Kiyosaki, this time to say, I don't like calling them the poor, but the less advantaged live in their comfort zone and do little to change things, and that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But the more affluent, if you like, are open to new ideas and do everything they can to improve. But you must feel comfortable. You must look at the solidity of the project. You must look at the legality. You can look at the licensing. You can meet on the recent meetup that we had quite recently. You can meet the legal team, you can meet the compliance team, you can meet the marketing team, and that call went on for about 2.25 hours over the past weekend. So ask any question you want to help you get started, and thank the person who invited you here. It might be that you want a passive opportunity, it might be that you want to get active. Always the best time to start was yesterday, but the next best time is now. What we can promise is our fulsome support in helping you do business launches such as this one, and in helping to build your team, because only in helping our team members can we raise those ranks ourselves and get to that summit that we're all aiming for of Crown Ambassador. Thank you for your attention, and I hope I've done the opportunity justice.